This is the pattern we're going to be making today. It is a simplicity pattern that is a smock dress from, looks like 1974. We're going to be making it out of cotton. So this is we're going to make the smock dress. It could be a smock dress or it could be a smock top, and we're making the dress. This smock dress was actually really easy to make. And I wanted to make it because I want to make a little girl's dress to go with it. That is very similar. This one is actually printed a little bit later, 1979, but it's quite similar to Mommy's dress. So today in this video, we're only going to be making the Mommy's dress, but this one will come up later. So this is the one we're making. Let's take a look at the instructions here. They're pretty straightforward, which is something I liked about this pattern. It wasn't that difficult to make it all. Okay, so here's the kind of overview. We'll be first preparing the front and yoke front, followed by the pockets. Then we're going to prepare the yoke back, and the back and the yoke back. And then we're going to stitch the shoulder seams together, prepare the yoke facing, put the yoke facing on, go ahead and stitch up the side seams, prepare the pockets, add the pocket, or sorry, prepare the, I can't think. Prepare the sleeves and the sleeve band, and as well as the armholes, and then hem the bottom. So, oh, and of course add on buttons. So it's going to be pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and jump into this pattern. So first I cut out all the pieces for both the mommy and the daughter dress. And as I showed you before, we're going to just jump into this step one. I love the 70s patterns because directions are very, very clear and they're printed in nice dark ink. So this is that first step, taking the front piece and gathering stitches, and then making the facing and finishing that was the first part. Very easy. And then we attach the top yoke part, the front yoke, which was simple enough to do. And then you go ahead and prep the pockets. I love the nice big pockets. This is going to be really great to put things in. And we're going to attach those. And I need to press it, but this is the back darts, and this is the yoke here, where the shoulder seams have been stitched together, and then prepping that yoke facing to attach. And right here is what it looks like when I've got the facing attached. So it's really nice and neat, well finished, and I also did some top stitching to help it really lay nicely. So then I went ahead and stitched the sides together and finished those with a sort of faux French seam, as you can see here. And then it wanted me to stitch the armholes together and finish them. So that was the next part that I worked on. And I think that really helped it stay nicely together before inserting the sleeves. This is what that zigzag stitch looks like, and that's how I finished the armhole. You don't have to have a surgery. And then it's time to prep the sleeves. So they are a puffed sleeve, so you have to gather the bottom. It's quite large pattern piece actually. And gather part of the top. And then preparing the band to fit the bottom. And here I've got it all nicely pinned together so you can see what it will look like. And then I went ahead and inserted the sleeves, and this is what it's looking like before we have the buttons and hem the bottom. Okay, so I'm ready now to put on the buttons. Finally, we're finishing up this dress. I did do a check fitting and everything looks good with plenty of room for baby belly to grow. So that's nice about this. After I have my baby, I do want to wear this with my daughter when she's somewhere between, I think, around a year, if I remember the size that I'm going to make. But I have to double check that. So I might end up adding a belt to this. We'll just see. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on buttons. It calls for 10 buttons. So I have a lot of these little white buttons, and I have enough for also the baby dress. I have so many. So I'm gonna add those to the to my dress. And of course I have a little button sewing foot. And of course I'll do practice before I actually do it on my garment, but we're ready for that now. So we're almost done. All we have to do is add buttonholes, sew on the buttons, and then hem the bottom. And this women's dress is finished. So yay, we're getting there. And here's the finished product on me. As you can see, has plenty of room to grow. It's very comfy.